Peter.
Where are you?
Can I trust you?
2 agents showed up at my doorstep today, asking about you.
He's hiding something.
I'm the only one who can protect you.
Tell me about the people who came to kill me.
She thinks that you're in possession of something that poses a major threat to our national security.
I'm gonna find out who took your mother away from you.
And then?
And then he'll do.
Oh my gosh. Well, we got to be very careful about what we say about this film because what the film is, it's a journey, and it's full of ups and downs and surprises. So you don't want to, and I don't want to tell you the story of my character because there are a lot of things, there are a lot of those adventurous moments in this film where this character is revealed at different places. And so I don't want to go through too much of it. I know he's been associated with the CIA, and he has this person who he's kind of raised that he deals with in the film, and the person who he's almost raised, as I say, is an operative who is extremely gifted as a kind of a superhero person who deals with violence, and he can handle himself very well. They send him into impossible situations, and he can handle it. So that's part of the fun of the movie. He's sent into these places, and you think, how can any human being survive this? And he just has the gifts, and that's why they call him the painter. They also call him the painter because he actually does paint, but there's two meanings to that word as associated with this fellow that Charlie Weber plays. Anyway. Well, I think we all need mentors, don't we? And we need wisdom as a guy, you know. And when a mentor turns out to be not so wise, that's a tragedy, because we do look up to, well, all the mentors, like teachers. If a teacher is teaching, and then we're facing that situation continuously, where we see teachers are not taking care of the kids. And that's a terrible thing, because the kids look up to these teachers, and they'll do anything in order to appeal to the teacher, or give the teacher credit for knowledge that perhaps he doesn't have or she doesn't have. So it's a mentorship is a big deal. We tend to rely on people. If somebody says that's the best so and so and so and so, you go, oh, okay, and you give part of yourself over to them, you know. So anyway, that's a good question. That's a good area to investigate. What's the responsibility of mentors, and what makes a proper mentor? Yeah, that's very good, Glenn. That's very good. You just saw all the stuff that were the danger zones, right? So, but yeah, I think casting is everything, and if you get the right person, like who can play a mentor, there are some people who can play that because of what they've done in the past and because of their personalities, whatever it is. And when you get to my age, you know, maybe you can do that a little bit, you know. So so people feel comfortable with me playing a role like that. But I understand, you know, I'm always looking at casting myself. When I look at something, I say, well, is this role right for me? Is that something that I should be playing? And I've, you know, I haven't turned down too many things, but I have occasionally turned down something. I mean, I famously turned down Love Story, for instance, as a movie, And Ryan O'Neal passed away very recently, so I'll give it my tip of the hat to Ryan. And they'd come to me before Ryan. I was a hot item because I was coming out of Deliverance or something like that. And they offered me the part, and I said, no, I can't do this part. And they said, why? And I said, I'll complicate it. I'll make it too complicated. Now, that's a very astute thing for a young actor to say. Do you see?
Yeah.
I said, I think I'm not the right guy for it. I'm too cerebral. I'm too this and whatever it is. And I think I was right. And I think Ryan was just the right tone for it. You know, good American fellow, straightforward kind of character. And he's a good actor. Ryan O'Neal was a wonderful actor. So, and he was a movie star. That's another thing. He's a movie star. I remember when Al Pacino was introduced as someone, Richard Gere, I think it was, and they said he's the next Al Pacino, and Al watched some of his work, which was very impressive, I must say, and he said he's a movie star, and
Wow.
that's amazing. I mean, Al, first of all, he's one of my friends. He's a dear friend of mine, and I'm always amazed at his insights. And that was a good example. He's a movie star, and he was a movie star. And I think I would say the same thing about Ryan O'Neal. He's a movie star. I'm an actor, you know. It's a little more complicated. You know, I'll go in different directions. Not that I didn't have some clout as a movie actor, but I was mostly an actor, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, interesting the way everybody's got their role. I think everybody's got something. Once they find it, they become special, you know, in our eyes, right? Everyone. So you just have to look and see what the gold is in there and encourage it. And anyway, so I'm very fortunate to, you know, had such a long career and have had so many opportunities to express myself in a way that was, you know, satisfying to me and impressive to others. I'm glad you mentioned Ben Stiller in that group. It's very funny. That's funny. Well, Ben's enormous talent, obviously. But and I'm glad I was in Tropic Thunder for a moment because I think that movie is a great movie. What a great movie.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Great, Glenn. God bless, kid. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't want to do this, kid.